Good morning. This is Grateful Ed. Hope you're having a great day. It's a great day to be alive, and it's a blessing I'm alive. I um, I thank God every day that without divine intervention and guide, there's no way I could win these battles, that I've fought during my life. And a lot of other people too, who realize that, whatever kind of struggles that they're going through. So, I want to make a point again that this is not about me, but, I'm very grateful for the chance to share my opinions and the things that have happened to me, especially when it comes to the gang stalking. Okay. So, my message is clear. This gang stalking and gaslighting is real. Once you've been signaled out for whatever reason, by your family, by your sellouts, by your friends, community, government, agencies, local, state, even federal. Okay, they will come after you, they will taunt you, they will try to trip you up, they will block you, they will try to get you stymied and also project all their hate and discouragement onto you, thinking you're the bad person. Don't fall for it. This thing is real. No matter where you come from, whether you're from the suburbs or inner city, in the country, it doesn't matter. Once you've been signaled out and blacklisted, okay, there are lots of vehicles that they will use, to try to, again, try to trip you up, okay? And it's a serious matter. It really is. They want to take you out. They want to keep you from achieving your goals. They want to take your life. They want to take your soul. Okay, make no mistake. I understand some of the lower level foot soldiers don't understand what happens at the higher levels. Okay, but either way, you are directly contributing, to some of these things at the higher ups, the elite, if you will, what kind of crimes they're covering up. So, you need to consider that. Okay. Um, the gang stalking is real. And, whether we know it or not, uh, that we're part of this illusion and part of this matrix. So, together and trust in yourself, trust in your higher power, trust in your abilities, and also trust in your ability to stand up and speak your voice and speak your opinion. Okay. So, I want to talk about, it's kind of general, but it all does relate to me about vehicles, automobiles. Okay. So, there's three things I want to mention on that. Number one is there's a direct correlation between the automobiles and the automobile industry and my molestation as a child. Okay, I'm going to leave it right there about that. Direct correlation between my molestation and the auto industry and how lucrative that's been, whether it be in our community or within the country as a whole. Hell, around the world, once this manufacturing opened up in Japan and Korea. The other thing is the manipulation and control people try to put on you if you grow up in a family without an automobile, okay? Uh, because they're handlers or they're the people that are assigned to gang stalk you or, I'm going to say, gang stalk and monitor you, okay? They will use the automobile and the vehicle as a means, especially the family, to get you in there and psychologically torture you or try to do that to you, okay, to the point where you say, fuck you, I'm not riding with you anymore, okay, because I know what you're up to something. That comes to my family, but it also goes to, some of the other minions too. Air Force people, friends, whatever, whoever is assigned on your case, okay. And then the third thing I want to mention when it comes to automobiles is when it comes to the sabotage, okay? And this is lately, okay, within the past 6 or 8 months, when things are done to, let's just put it this way. I had a big sense that there was something going on my property where people were coming in and maybe putting some kind of devices on the car. Okay, but since that's one part of it, but I think the bigger part of it is when you if you're having trouble with your car, and then they are used to sabotage in order to hurt you or get you in a wreck and to take you out that way. Okay. So that's what I've got about that one today. Okay. I'm so happy. Okay, I had a thought the other day that I'm so happy that I do not have to troll people, and spy on them in order to destroy them and try to take them out, to try to get how can I say it, to try to get an extra chit, to try to get some money, to try and boost up my own ego or something. I don't have to troll and destroy and, set up as a way to show loyalty for a cause or an occupation, okay, for a group to show their loyalty. Or, how can I say this, be forced into it because of your past actions and your affiliations in order to, just to maintain and to keep the blacklist or black ball off of you. Okay, so it's going to be interesting about that to see who, at what level that's happened to and who it's happened to. Okay, I'm interested in that. So, um, the other thing I'm interested in, okay, is the shoe on the other foot. Okay, so um, how can I say it? I suppose with all the rumors and all the gossip and lies that have been spread, I'll say by my family, but also from my inner circle of friends, okay, frenemies, whatever you want to call it. Okay, there's been a lot of interest in me, okay, and what was up? Uh, Lord knows, I came home. I got a lot of information when I would come home on leave, not from my friends, but from certain people that, are near and dear to my heart. It may be my friend's wife, or it may be my friend's friend, whatever. But they were open and candid, and I appreciate that because everybody was so closed up, about being honest about things. So because of that, okay, for example, I came home after my first assignment in Okinawa, and the rumor was that I was in the Suez Canal. Okay, so there's a lot of interest and things get blown out of proportion, But I never really cared about, who was doing what back here, right? But now I've got a renewed interest in that. I'm really interested. I wanna know. I'm kind of curious myself, without spying, okay, and without trolling that type thing. But when things come out, and they're gonna come out, okay, but I'm interested. Who's a baller, okay, and who's the graft? Who's the grafters? The grafter. Who's the grifter? Who's the grifter in the local bank? Who's the grifter in the in the community, in the law enforcement? Maybe uh, who's who's getting a little tricky? Who turns a $40? Who's tricking out there? Um, because the perception that has been put out is everyone is I don't want to say blue blood, but I want to say straight laced. Okay, it was straight laced, and part of the elite society in the community growing up. And I don't want to name any names, but I mean, we all know who we are. This is all these things coming to light is a great thing, So, you know, and there's a lot of interest in my videos and things, right? So, I'm real interested to see some other videos. This is going to be very enlightening to me about, about who's zooming who really back here. Who's hustling, and who's making the extra side cash, and who's done the deals, to take a little, maybe a little skim and scam here and there. So, anyway, I thought that was enlightening there. Try to put some sense of humor into this. There's nothing funny about it. But, shoe on the other foot there, I'm kind of curious myself. Okay. And I'm going to, I got a bunch of stuff. But anyway, from my experience, there's been a lot of, when I was hacked, okay? I want to talk a little bit about that because I was under attack. And it was heavy attack, right? So I'm getting it from all sides. From the energy weapons, from the gang stalking, from the neighbors, traffic around the circle, just induced drugs and poisoning. I mean, it's a long list, okay? So when all these things are happening and then the hacking portion comes in, there are certain parts that I remember and certain parts that are coming back to me, okay? And part of this was was a big push to push these gambling sites on and bring up gambling opportunities that I may want to take part of, okay? And that was just to try to get me to overextend myself, I believe, on the credit so that, they could take you out that way. Just another pillar of trying to destroy you, if you will. Okay. So, it begs the question, these people that were pushing this gambling onto me, I wonder how deeply involved they're in the game and maybe how they're forced in order to do these things, like I say, troll upon other people to destroy them because of their own gambling habits. It's just a thought that came to me. Okay. Okay, I'm going to save that. Yeah, you learn a lot, when you're in the military and then when you come home on leave. Okay. For me, it's always an eye-opener because things change, the community change, you change, okay, because of your assignment and new friends, new opportunities, new people that you interact with, and you come home and things are changing, but then again, they're not because they've built the wall to try to keep you out and away from, fulfilling your purpose or whatever. So once I was on the outside, there was really not a desire. But anyway, I'm rambling on that. My point is, you learn a lot of things when you come home, and they almost jump out to you. If you're going through this attack right now, don't take things for granted, okay? Because I did, and I just, brushed it off. That's the way they are. No, something's terribly wrong. They got to act that way, put on the act in order to, basically begs the question to me, what are you covering up and what are you hiding? Okay. But anyway, I think this was 1990, okay, when I came home. Faye, the leader of the Stubbs crime family, okay. Basically, she came to me to help paint the house there on East Circle, to paint the front room, okay, because she was not happy. Okay, and there were there was cigarettes, there was a lot of cigarette smoke in there. So there was, it needed a paint job. So I'm like, okay. So we did it, and it took a couple days and whatever. Everybody chipped in. My ex-wife Lourdes, she helped. But we had to move the china cabinet. The valued china cabinet in the corner. Okay. So we didn't. Somehow we didn't take the china out. We just moved it, very gingerly. And when we were moving back, something fell. Okay. And her reaction, to her husband about don't break my stuff. Okay, now this is the same stuff that you have, how can I say it? Let's let this come out. The same thing that you would plan and plot with your brother in order to divvy up right in front of your mother, right after her husband died. Let's just put it in perspective and tell the truth. There's a grieving process going on, and you're already talking about divvying up the stuff after she's gone, your own mother. Okay, so let me back off on that. What I'm saying is, when we were moving that china cabinet, of course, she already thought she owned the shit. So if you thought you owned the china cabinet, you thought you owned the property, and this stuff has to come out. Okay. So you can learn a lot by people when you come home on leave. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. And I want to say that the gang stalking is real, that gaslighting is real. Stand up, believe in your higher power, believe in yourself, speak your truth to these folks. No matter what vehicle that you have to use, stand strong, because I believe that these methods and ways, they're not needed. There is enough wealth, natural wealth, and God's blessing that everyone can prosper on this earth, and it's going to be a great time. Okay, I believe in that. I really do. I know I've taken some heat for that, and it's like whatever at this point. I believe what I believe. Okay, so that's all I got for right now. Before I get too long-winded, I want to try to keep this more concise. So thank you very much. Have a great day. God bless you. God bless America, and keep on keeping on.